Hey and welcome. In this section, we will implement complete Twitter app. The idea of this application is anyone could log in, he enters his username and password, and he could do posts with images. So if you see, this is the post and this is lifetime. It's really easy for any person to select whatever he want to post, like from his gallery of the images, and he say, hey, I want to do post this photo, for example. He select the photo and he say, I like. Then you just click submit. So here you go. See just how I able to do post. So you will learn a lot in this section. You will learn how to load images from the phone, how to upload image to the Firebase, how to add post and more. So let's get started step by step. Okay, so let's get started step by step. So my first step, we're going to Kotlin, the Android, and create a new folder for my new project. That will be a Twitter demo. That's good. So I will take copy from the start app and I will add it in a Twitter demo. So now I have everything ready. Just open Android Studio and let me open a new project there. So in seconds until he will load, then we select open project, then desktop. I will go look for my project here on Android. Should be the Twitter demo startup. So let's always have the correct one configuration, which help us to get configured project. I know in the future we don't need this one, they just create the project from type Kotlin, but now like still we need to add some library, third-party library for text or other stuff. So yes, waiting for seconds until he will load this page for me. After he loaded, you know what I have to do. First step, I have just to go to Gradle and change the app name. So instead com.raway.startup, I change it to com.raway.twitter. Okay, so we'll have information for our Twitter app. And make sure to go to the build and clean project to clean a project if there is any like previous saved settings. So I get rid from them, get corrected the project, clean it, doesn't have anything. So now just to start up, what I need to do, a startup I need to have a login page. So I say, okay, yeah, Gradle is running, project closing. I say no, it's working. So just what I need to go, I need to create a new project, a new like activity that's for logins, like allow person to login. How the person login in my app? I will take three information from the user. I will take his username and his password and the image for the user. So to do that, I just go to the layout and create a new activity and I select empty activity. Make sure he selected some package I work on and he selected the source language Kotlin. I will name this file login. Okay, and click OK. So wait a second until he will be able to create this file for me. So now he created for me, but as you see, same problem we have. They create a new folder named Twitter, is not in a startup, so make sure just take it, move it here to avoid any syntax error that you may have when we're working. As I told you, you will not see this problem if you start from scratch with application, but because you are in configured file, so we need to move the file to that package so the application could now then. So now I have everything ready. So let's get start with design the login page. So what do you think we need in the login page? We said I'm asking three information: username, password, and I will ask for the username, password, and ask for the image. But before that, let me just change the application name for the design because I didn't like this name of a startup. I name it Twitter. Okay, this is my project. So in the design of the login page, I like it, Twitter, show me Twitter. So what I need, just do this one, to this design, go to the text, I need username, plain text, enter his name. Maybe I needed email, you could select email, but okay, let me select, I suppose I'm taking email. So suppose I'm taking this one. And also I'm supposed taking password for now. So I add this one. And also I ask for picture. So I look for image view. Okay. So he will select image and he will add it here. Hopefully image view will work for now. Maybe he will not work if he doesn't have image. So but let's just start with this empty one, doesn't have anything, but he didn't have it in corrective place. Let me just add it here, so he will just add something for me. I don't need this constraint. Let me just make sure this one is just move a little bit up. I didn't like it to be in this place too much, like, and this one go to a little bit up. I need also a button for someone who click login. So to go to remove this one, select button, add it here. So wait, I see this one have this one. I don't need this box. I will fix this one in seconds. And I did this button, just add it so he will add the thing I needed. So first of all, this button or this input field is already connected there. That's good. Yes, and what I have more. This one is connected to that one. I don't need it to connect there. I need to connect to this second one. So one after another. MGView, I need to connect to this one. So make sure a little bit place. And I see is not, the space is not good. Let me suppose I say it's 14 pt, the size and the width 14. If you just like it, if you don't like it, make it 16 by 16, little bit bigger image view. And for sure I have button for clicking, so suppose this button. I see this one is too much in the high, so 60 sound too much. Let me make it 15. Yeah, this is good now. So this is button for someone to click. Make sure to avoid any errors. This one button, make it just connected to this end, so you will not this button will not go outside of the screen. So this MGView will get as initial thing. If you just go to the design, you'll see this is basic have Android, but I have already some pictures I could use them. So if I just go to, if you go to the Kotlin Android, you see something assets, you see something Twitter. Take all these icons and copy them and go here and create a new file, name it Android directory, name it drawable, okay, and add this image there. So copy paste, add all these images. The one that I needed for now, I need the person one, so which is this one. Just make the layout nicer. So going here, this one, if you just go to the code, if you see this Android, he taking this image as Android, you could change the at to drawable / person, which is this one. Yes, sound better now. So let me just manage this layout, AUI. Here I asking for email, so let me just avoid you seeing that one, just escape, selected, hopefully edit takes email. Okay, for sure I have to have hint for the person, so yes, I add hint as K, enter your email. See, he doesn't take it. I say enter your email because I closed enter, so he just got this one. Just make it in this way. So what about the second one? The second one, same thing. I name it edit text password. Okay, and make sure to add a hint here. Yes, I name it enter your password. Okay, and hopefully it be good. Here he image, I don't have to ask for anything. You could name it mgview image person as an ID. If you don't do it, but I want to do it because I want to access to the event. Let me say select, so he will not ask me again. This one should be button login, so I say bu login. Okay, ID, and to make it nice, I want to make it nicer, so it is better for me to use some same colors. You know the colors that we have them already. I will copy them and add them here. You know them and we already work with them a lot. This is list of colors, so just add them here from previous project, which is these colors. So I would suppose the button click will get this color, green one. So going here to my button, I change the background to, if you click here, you could select the background from here, drawable, and you could select it from the color. I need the color, which is this one that I just defined in a few seconds. If you like it, good. If you don't like it, click again and replace it with the one more shiny. Yes, so this button, the text for this button should be login for sure. Okay, and the on click, what the method I need to click, I name it bu login. Okay, just connect it. So for sure now, because I create this method, I have to go to login and I have to define that method. That method should be function and be login. It will take instance of view. Okay, make sure don't leave it here, just click enter so he will able to import a view. Then you just open a bracket, close it. So now going back to UI, if I just go to this one BU login, it have BU login click. If I click command or control click, he get me in this place. That's me. Now I'm good. So let me just do finalize some design in my application. So I think the login page is sound good to me for now. Enter email, enter I think enter your password is too much. So enter password, enter email will be enough because it take too much from the screen. Enter email and enter password. So yes, I think it's good now. Just login, he will go to login page and login. Yes, one thing missing, the main page. I don't want it to start from this one, from main activity. I wanted from now to start from this activity, from login. So take filter, move it here, so the startup be from here. Second one, I need to give my project like layout for, if you see main activity, I want to give it a Twitter layout, a Twitter theme. So if you see the colors, I have them here. I think this color blue is look like Twitter. So it's better to go to the style and say yes, the prime color I needed to take a blue, and this one also take a blue. Now if you just go to the main activity, you see the color look like a Twitter. See that right? The layout? Yes. So yes, this is look like a Twitter app. So we design everything in the way that we wanted. If I just want to make sure everything is cool, I run it my device. So yes, here we go. Now he opened the page for me, and here's the page login and whatever, all the information is ready. I think I missed one thing. This one, when someone click on the image, I have to just add the method. So just when you go to the design code, you just write the code. If you see this one name it img view person. It doesn't have only click here on it, so we have to do that in the code. So I have to go to login here and try to access to this one. We know that to get started properties, let me just import this one also here first of all, then just import it. Now I could use mgview, which is the tool that I have it, dot, then you say set on click listener. I'm just listening for, so then I say on click listener. So when someone click on me, just call this method. So now this one to do will show us, will select image from the phone. Okay, that's what we'll do it in the next video. So are we done? Thanks for watching. See you next. Hey again. In this video we will learn how to rate phone picture from the phone and display it here. So what I want to do, I want when someone click on this image, I see the select, and I see my images in my phone, and I select one image to be my profile. So first of all, this is my application, and my application want to access to the images inside my phone. So what's happened here? I need a permission. So what the permission I need to add it? Here I need a permission to access to external storage. Like I say, read the external storage. Why external storage? Because I need to read images from my phone. If you just Google external storage, you'll see external is considered as a dangerous permission. So the dangerous permission, we have to, first of all, we have to check a permission. So we do our process, name it check permission. Okay, so we say how to check the permission. We use same code that we use it in the Pokemon. So we just said, hey, if the build of the device, I don't know why I just writing this one again, but it will help you to understand it well. So if the build version dot SDK init greater than or equal 23, just go here and, for example, just start working here. Otherwise, call a function that you need it, which let me suppose for now name it load image. That is not implemented yet, so let me suppose I will call it from here. So load image. So this is my function that will be to do, will be for load image. Okay, to do load image will be responsible for loading image from the phone. So okay, if it's the device OS greater than this 23, I have to check the permission. I say, hey, if the activity compact dot check self permission for the this, and the second parameter will be Android dot mainface dot whatever permission dot the permission that I wanted, which is read external storage. If this permission is not the package manager dot granted is not granted, so I have to go to this process, and by the end I have to return. I will not continue. And with the process I have to do it, I have to do request on permission. So I say, hey, request permission, and the request permission takes two parameters. The first parameter is array of the permission that I want them. I want just only this permission. And the second parameter, this array will take, let me just take this, minimize this one. And the second parameter, this array will take the code that we said, the code I give it this one. So let me give it var, you could say var or val for read image, should be supposed integer or int, and you give it the value for this number. You could give it any number you would like. I just give it this number, so I would send it here. Then when someone accept permission, I will see it. So you say, you now request permission, we'll call a method, we'll call a function, name it on request, on this one, on request permission result, this function. So you know this function will get called finally when someone, like, if he accept or reject the permission. So what I will do, I have first of all I have the request code. I say, hey, when do for the request code that coming. So if the request code equal the my code, which is this one, so I want to do specific to process, I would check the permission granted here. So I would say, hey, if the permission granted for the 0, why 0? Because I'm sending only one permission inside this array. The index for this permission in the array will be 0. If I 2, I say 0, 1 and 2. So if the permission is granted, so equal package manager dot granted. Okay, I know the permission granted. He will be able to load the image. So I could call this method. Otherwise, you say show the message to us dot make text for this, and the message cannot access your images. Okay, check the message. Then I say, hey, to us dot long. Then show. That is good for now. So I think for now this image is work fine. So now what I want to do, I have this login page. I want someone to click on this image. I already implemented method to read what people click it, which is, if I just go here, I don't know why this one give me error until now. What the error here? What the hell? Maybe this one you need application context? No, you don't. I think it's something. I don't know what the error here is saying. He say if it is this one, else is remind by the final here. He say the request package manager. Else. Maybe we need to add else case. So you say else, do this one. So yes, you say else, call this method. Yes. So this way need else. So yes. So he said, okay. First of all, when someone click on the image, which is this one, click on the image, you want to select the image. What I will do, I will first check the permission. If you greater than, I will ask the permission. If not, I will open the images. Then I have to go here. So now let me implement the part for selecting image from the phone. Now when he hit this line, that's mean he have a permission to load the image. So how I load image from the phone? There is many way, but the easiest way to use intent. We know in the phone there's application name it images. So or I don't know, MGView, whatever. So how to access to it via intent? Okay, how? You define variable, you name it intent, and this intent you say it is intent, but this intent you said intent. You send number of parameter to it. What the parameter you have to send it? First of all, you define your action. What action you want to do? You say intent dot the action, intent dot action name it pick. Why pick? Because you expect to pick something. So you say to the intent, hey, I want to pick something. From where? From the external storage. You say, hey, Android dot provider dot media storage dot images, then dot the media, I don't know why this is too long, it happened to be dot external storage, okay, or dot external URI. So you define your intent. You say, hey intent, I want to do pick from this one, okay. Then you start this intent. How you started? You started and you're waiting for results. So you cannot say start activity. Start activity, you start activity. But if you start something and you wait for something from it, because when I start the application for pick image, he will pick image, but when he pick image, I have to get that image back. So what I need to do, I need to say start activity for result. Why? Because I expect a result coming from that one. So I send him the intent. So basically the intent, and I send them the code for my picking. So also I say val, I name this one pick image code, whatever, and you give it a value like this one. So this is also like a code for identify this variable. So you send it also, so when you get a result, you will understand what happened. So now when this method called, when he starts this, the image view will display images. You could select image. When select image, this method will return a result for you. So now I need to return to listen the result. There is a method named on activity results. This one will get fired automatically after this one is done. So when he select image, he done, this one will fire it. So this one will have the information about the image. So let me say, we have a request code. You say, okay, if the request code is my request code, that means equal this code. That means if the request code that they selected, it is equal to this one. Okay, not request code. The code he requested equal this one, and you say, I think result load image request code and result code, and the result, that means he select okay. So you see the result code, you say it is okay. That means he click okay. Maybe he click cancel. So you say the result. Okay, result. I don't know why he doesn't get it correctly. Should be result code should be okay. That means he select image, and the data is not null because I'm expecting getting data. So is not equal null. So if the code that he selected, wait, why this one give me error? Okay, if the process was pick up and the data is not null, that means there is a data. He select that there's a data in my image view. Let me display image. What I will do is just a really basic process. I have the image view. I just display this image in the image view. How I do that? I have to do number of a process. First of all, I have to find the path. So I say val the selected image, okay, and I will say it will be equal data. So data will have the information about the selected image. Then I need to get the path for that image. I say, hey, val for the file path column equal the array of the media, and you will understand what this one mean, media store dot images dot data. So you define dot images, then dot media dot data. So you define the array that you want to do it. Then you say, hey, val cursor. I will tell you what this means. Okay, you say, hey, context or application, or name it context resolver. Hey, you name it context why this one doesn't get this one? I think it was before Before it was get context resolver. Then they say dot, then they execute the query, then they give it, hey, I want to selected image applied on this query, and I send it the path of that image. So he will be able to bring me the information about that one. Other parameter will be null, and other two parameter also null. And so what I'm doing here, I'm just calling API in the phone. So you see it's a little bit complex. So if you see, hey, this is neat, it has some changes. I'm sure there is changes happen here, because they just removed this one in the new one and they added this way, I think. If not, let me see what the suggestion for them. You say, hey, I suggest, do you want a clean code? Okay, clean for me. Yes, they change it to context resolver only. He does not accept it from me for first time. So okay, you define your image, you get it. You define the operation you want to do it, which is getting image. This context resolver is something named for the that phone, for the context provider that phone, the images application have the phone in, have the images in. So to get the images from that phone, you have the image data, you define the store, just send it this two parameters, so he will be able to get the image for you. Now the cursor have the images, so just say cursor dot move to first. I don't want to talk about context provider and other stuff because some too much complex thing to talk about, but just think about it. Some application have information and you want to get the information from that application. So first of all, you have to define your data, you have to define the operation that you wanted, send both of them to that application, he will get you the result back. So now I just define val column index equal the cursor dot the get column index from what? Get column index from the file path column for the 0. I need to get the column index, and also I need to get the picture path. I know it is too many process, you may not understand, and also I may not understand, but you have to know this is a basic way to get the image path. So just get string, you send it the column index, so he will be able to bring the string for you from that index. Then you say, hey, cursor, I'm done, which is cursor dot close. Then you're done. You just say, hey, I have the image path, just I need to load it in the MG view. Image person, this is the MG view that we have it here to load the images. So I say 3 more, which is Logan, MG view dot, you say set image bitmap, because I'm reading from the bitmap, is different way. So you say bitmap factory, you say the dot decode file. So decode file, and you give it the path, then picture path, which is this one. So what has happened? I will tell the process. The process is basically when you get the result of the image, he select image, you have not null, that means there is a data, you want to get the data, but the data in other application, the application add that data in something named content provider. So to access that content provider, you need two parameters, the data and the process that you wanted. You define both of them, send it, he give you a result, you move the cursor for first element because maybe he return you more than one element because this is a query, like the query that we did in the SQLite may return more than one row. I just move it to first row, getting the column, getting the path of that image in the phone, then from the phone load the image here. Now if I just run it, I have to be able to load images from the phone, just as a first step, just load image from the phone. So let me see how we be able to load images. Okay, so after a while he load the application. Now if I click on the image, I have, if you see, he say, hey, this application want to access to media. Would you allow to him? I say, yes, I want allow. He show me the images in the phone. So now I could select any image from the phone. For example, I need to select my picture. So he loaded for me here. Yes, this is a great. I want to do one final thing before I go. I want here to make sure there he select okay. Maybe he select cancel. So I don't enroll the problem. I say and if the request code is result okay. That means if the result, if he click OK when he click on the images, he select OK, did not select cancel, I will not have any problem. So yes, I just add all this. I'm done. Let me go to next. Hey again. In the previous video, we did the process of select image from the phone and display it here. In this video, we will connect with Firebase and we do the login part. So to connect with Firebase, you know what I have to do. I just click here on my image. I have make sure I'm login. If I'm sure I'm login, just go to Tools, Firebase. Then he will show you the Firebase tool. First section I want to do, I want to connect. So make sure Analytic, click this one, connect to Firebase. For now, we have a project in the Firebase. I don't want to create another project. I should have to select existing project, which is game, which is this one. So connect to. So I will create another app for us in the connect game. So if I just go here to Firebase while he's creating things, I'm just waiting for some time. He will create another app for me in that application. So yeah, let me wait a second. I have this application. Just click on it. Make sure everything is get ready. Yes. Good work. So I have this Udemy game. I have to have two apps now. See, this is the Twitter one he created for me. I now want to enable the login part. So you know what you have to do in login. I will not repeat the process again and again. You know that in login, to do login, first of all, I have just to go here. I have to already the authentication thing enable it by Udemy game. Wait to make sure what the one I have Twitter. Yes, because both applications in the one project, so they both get one authentication. So they both get access to the same. So if you have multiple application, all these user of this application could do access to your application in same user, which is good. So that means we have it already enabled here. So I don't need to enable it again. So going back to my code, and the code for Java part. So I say, hey, this is my login page. So I know what I have to do in login. I will not rewrite the code again and spend too many time in this video. I will reuse the code again. So make sure you already seen the code or seen the videos for creating account. To create account, first of all, you just have to define an instance here from Firebase auth. If you just click on it, you control space here. It doesn't complete anything. Why? Because I didn't add the Firebase here for authentication. So make sure just go back here, add authentication one. So authentication, make sure with email password and make sure add it. So he will add it to your Gradle. So you will be able here to import the library. So this is first part, adding this one. Also, I will add the database so I will not get mistakes again in my work. So make sure also go to this one, add the database part, because I need to use the database to save information. So I accept both of them, so I will not run this problem again. So I make sure my project is configured. I have a database and I have the connection to that. Either I will use another connection, but okay, let me just keep the database and login here for now. So yes, both of them is added. See, auth now, if I just click H on it, I click control space, he just give me this one, import. He just import the library for authentication. So first of all, you do it. Then second time, you just initialize it in the login page. When he do this one, you say, hey, initialize the authentication for me. You define it, you initialize it. Then we define the method for login. As I told you, I'll use the method that I already did before, which is for login. I just copied it from other screen, pasted here, for doing login in the Firebase. When someone click on login, you know this method, just login. You send them two information, name and password, check in, save in the Firebase, waiting for result. If he success, he will success, and he will bring you save some information, the data in the file, in the he will save this information in the database. I will not use this code for now. I just getting user, I'm done. So make sure the same code, and when you call it, I call when someone click on the button. So when someone click on the button, I will take et username, I have it, which is email dot text dot toString. I just get it, and also I get the password field, which is et password dot text dot toString, and I send this information. Okay, I send them to load, and the load will, or load user or login, he will log to the Firebase, and he will do login for me. You know that if I want to do one final thing for the main login to main, like if the person is already logged, I have to go to the second page, but that we do not do it in this video. Let me do it in the next video. In this video we just make sure the user is logged successfully, and that is. But I will not run this code again, because if I run it, he will save the user information in the database. But you know this code is already correct, so you don't need to run it. You just want to complete the process for saving user information. So in previous video we was able to get image from the user and add it in the phone. Now what I want to do, I want to take this image and move it to the Firebase and save it here in the storage. So how I would able to save this image in the storage? If we suppose I have folder here in the Firebase, a new folder. So just click here, hopefully upload file. I don't know why he wasn't able to create folder for me. Okay, so upload files. Yes, he was able, but why he wasn't able to create folder? Create folder. Okay, he was able to create folder for me for now, I think, but he have to do it. So on the login, what do you think I need to do? I need just take the image from the MG view, which is this one, which will display in it, and I pass this image to the Firebase, and that's me, and I want to save this image in my Firebase dashboard, which is here. So to do that, let we start step by step. So first step, I need to connect to the Firebase to allow me to load images to the Firebase storage. So make sure first of all you just go here and say, hey, I'm looking for something named storage. So this is storage. First of all, on the storage you see, say, hey, first of all you need to add this one in your Gradle. Okay, I'm accepting adding them. So now wait, let me go to the code, I have it, and start implement that part for login. So after the person login, what I want to do, I want to create node in the database. That node have three information: the picture for the user, and have the username or user UID and email. So just think about it. Define function and you say save image in Firebase. Okay. This save image have to be called directly after this method is done, and he have to send the current user to it. Okay, so this one have to get Firebase user for sure. So current user should be here as a Firebase user. So this method will get called, I think, Firebase current user. I think yes, it have to work here if you just send them just current user. Why he doesn't accept what I'm saying? Checking surrounding. Okay, let me just send it by this way directly without creating an instance. So just sending the current user. You could do it in this way. You could don't send it, just listen, get the information from it. You say you could do it in this way. Also, you don't need to do this part. You just could do it in this part directly and just don't define it. You could do this thing also. That's okay, that's totally fine. So now I just in login, I have the information about user email, I have user ID, I just need to have the user image. To have a user image, I have to load the image first to the database or to the Firebase. I already have the image in MG view. You remember we have it here in the MG view. So now just getting from here and save it to the Firebase. So to do that, okay, I will define val, I name it storage. Okay, this is storage will be as a part from Firebase storage dot get instance. Okay, I'm getting instance from Firebase storage. Second thing, I say I define my Firebase storage reference. I say, hey, storage reference. Okay, will be part of from storage is storage dot get reference. Okay, to get reference. The get reference from URL. What is the URL? The URL here represents the URL of your storage. So if you go to Firebase, you'll see here there is a URL they defined here. So this is my URL. Okay, go back and say, hey, this is the URL I want to do it as a reference for me. Now I want to upload image to that URL. It is best way to save image in specific name that no one else have same name. So I will do some specific work. I would say df equal the simple data format, and I will give it this format, which is dd mm yy hh mm ss. This is the information about day, month, year, hour, minute, second. I just get something format, and I get current data from that. So I say, hey, variable data object equal the information about date. Make sure date, so it will import it from the Java, enter, so I will import it. Then I have these two things. I just want to create reference for my image. So I say, hey, variable image path, the path for my image in the Firebase will be equal to df.format for the image data for the data object, then plus dot jpg. So what that mean? That mean any images will upload it. I will create a specific name for that image. Every image will have a unique name. There is no two images have same name unless both of them they upload in one millisecond. You could just get it from this one by adding random number or by adding the user like before that, the user UID. Like you say, hey, I have the user here. I just getting the user UI, the user email. You say I get the user email or four first character from the user email. You say for substring whatever dot user dot email, and you just get the for dot substring. Maybe I will be able substring. Yeah, for example, you just get one from 4. You just give it a unique name. The idea here, I want to get a unique name for that person. So always null, not null, just avoiding that thing. You always see he doesn't like this part as a plus or whatever. So to avoid this one, I say val email as a string, and this email string will have these data from the user, from the current user dot email. Okay, again you complain about what? I think just adding this one, then I say dot to string. You have to fix this problem for me. Yes, to string up to string, and I just get first 4 character from that person. There's too many ways to do it. Just getting the username. Any way that you see it is good. Do it. Whatever. Okay, I think it's good, but I don't know why he just complained about this one. Okay, maybe the way I'm getting email is not good. Let me use this the fun way, that split string. Okay, I'm just getting the email as a string, and when I'm getting the email as a string, I just split it. So I say var split will be equal email dot split. I split it according to the at, and I return only the thing before the at. So I say return the split for 0. That's good. So hopefully you'll be able to return it, because I have to say here, hey, I'm returning string. That's good. So here split string, and I just make sure, hey, the email have to be splitted here. So he will be able to now. He just give you unique name. This is just giving unique path in the Firebase. So unique path, I have it now. for my image in the Firebase, I just define my variable. I say reference, like image reference in the Firebase. How I do that? I say, hey, storage reference, storage reference. So you have to, I have the storage reference here already defined. So I say in the storage reference dot the child, in that one look for someone, name it images, the folder, name it images in the Firebase. Now I have to have a folder here, name it images, but I don't know, I'm not able to create folder. But go and look for folder, name it images, and inside that folder add this path, which is good. So I'm just adding my path inside that folder. So now I have my path in that folder. Everything is ready. Now I want to get the image in the img view. You remember img view have the image. So I say, hey, img view dot is drawable cache enable. I make it true. Okay. And also I say img view dot bold drawable cache. Then I want to get the image now. Say, hey, val, I need the image which is drawable equal the img view dot drawable. Then I change it as bitmap drawable. This is just specific type of conversion from the image so you'll be able to read it from the img view. Then you say, hey, val bitmap equal the drawable. You just change it to bitmap. So just taking the image, change it to bitmap drawable, then change it to bitmap. Why? Because I need to reduce the size of the image. I will not send it as a big. So I say again val BAOS, I name it byte array output stream, and doesn't take any parameter, and say bitmap, which is dot compress. I need compress my image, change to bitmap dot comparison dot first character capital comparison format dot jpeg, because I'm comparison only jpg here. I change it to 100, to reduce it to 100 by 100 with pass to the byte that I want to apply. So you define array output stream as a byte. Now I have a data, the case, hey, here I just get the image, here I change it to the bitmap, then I want to change it to byte. I just take the image, change it to the byte, then now this byte will have the image as a byte. So just, hey, I need to get the data. I say, hey, val data equal this one byte dot to array offset to byte array. Okay, just getting this image. Now, hey, the image is ready to upload. So to upload the image, so see how much process I did until I be ready to upload. So you define your task, you name it upload task. Okay, equal the reference you have it, which is for your image, which is this one, storage reference. Hopefully, yes, not storage reference, should be this one, image reference dot put bytes, and you add this byte inside it, which is data. Okay, then you will do a process of listening. So you said upload task dot I need to upload my image. So I say add on failure listener. Then you do whatever you want with failure listener if you have anything to do. If you don't, go to the next part, which is again then I have another add. Say add on success listener. So what you want to do with success? So a failure, you could do anything. You just show a message. You could, so you remember this message that we did it. Fail, say example, fail to upload. Show the message here. Fail to upload. Okay, just do this one. If he success, one important thing, if he success doing the upload, I just want to get the image. So I say task. I have to have task Snapchat, which is just something lambda, which have information about the uploaded image. One interesting part for me here is the path of the image in that device. So I say, hey, variable val of var for download URL, or the URL for download, which will be live in task manager dot downloadable URL to string. So this one will have information about when he done, I would be able to get the downloadable URL. Okay, so now I have the download URL, everything is good. Now one thing, finally I have to do it. I need to, after upload the image to the Firebase, I need to create node for this user in the database. So to work with the database, first of all, you need to define instance from the database from in the top, which is my reference database or database reference. Okay, and you just do my reference for it. Now I want to save the information for that user. Going back to this part, which is when he successfully upload the image, I say, hey, in my reference dot for child, I want to look for child users. Suppose all the users will go to this one. So and this user, which is this user, the current user, will have a specific UID. You remember here we have the information about that user's which is current user. I have the UID. So every user will be identified by his UID if you want. If you want every user will be identified by his email, that's what I prefer, because we need to separate it. So I say, hey, dot email, because when I want to access to it, okay, just say it by UID if you want. And this UID have a child, name it email, and that child have another have a set value, which is this one, current user dot email. Okay, so save the user email, and also I want to save the user image. So I say person image, or say profile image. So for every user, for every UID, I save the email of him and I save the profile image. So when I'm done from all this process, uploading, everything is cool, I just go to the second activity, and that is. So make sure just define here function. I name it load main load tweets. Okay, and this method, how this method will be called. We did this process before for getting current user. I say, hey, just get current user and see if the current user is not now, that means the user already logged in. Now I just want to go to main activity. Here I don't want, if you want to pass information, you could pass here I'm passing user email and user UID. So if the user already logged in, so this method will get fired after person will log in and he complete everything. And also this method will get fired in on start, because maybe the user already logged in, so I have to show him this form again. So this one load tweet should be, sorry, and make sure run it. Maybe you'll have a problem with the folder because we don't have this folder yet in the device. Maybe we will not have. If we have, we have to create it. If we don't, I don't know why he don't allow me to create folder. If I just try to upload any image, for example this image, will he be able to upload this image for me? Yes, he uploaded. So now I think I will be able to create folder. Yes, I could. So yeah, they have just simple bags. So just create folder, I create folder, name it images, and I make sure I'm calling same format images. So now I will not have any problem there. Simple problem. Before I run it, I see I'm sending here profile image. I send this one. I have to send the profile download URL because you give me notification say this variable is not used. So now if I just rerun it again, making sure everything is right. Here we go. After a while, he was able to load this page. So let me just enter my email. I say jenna@gmail.com, and the password, I will enter a password and just select the picture, select my picture from the phone, and I click login. Okay, he failed login. There is different reason for failing login. Maybe I'm just logging with the same user that I already installed application for him, which is this one, Jenna. Maybe there is many reasons. Jenna Ahmed. Let me suppose I just replace the name here in my Firebase, in my mobile. Jenna Ahmed. Just login. Hopefully this time successful login. Yes. After a while, login. He done. Wow! He opened this page for me. So let me see something. Make sure everything is cool. Some of everything is cool. So I think here he have to create users, which is this user. This is now a new node. Now these people I don't need them, which is I have to remove them because they are from previous one, or I could create a new node for these players. So just me remove this data, all data from Pokemon game. As I told you, just create different. You could create different node for them and you're done. But I'm working with someone. So users, you see profile picture. He give you a profile picture, which is this path for the profile. You could anyone could download it, and he give you the email of the person. If you go to the storage, he have to upload the image also and the images. So if you go in images, yes, this is the images. This is Jenna Hussein, which is a great. Yeah, there we done. See you next. Hey again, we did complete the login part for our Twitter. Now what I want to do, I want to design layout for tweets and display tweets here. So to get started, I need to go to my application and this one, which is this application, and from this application I have to make sure this my layout add inside it list view. So because it doesn't make any sense for me to use constraint and I'm only using list view, so I would use linear layout. Okay, as I told you, why? Because it doesn't make any sense for me to use it and with the list view. So look for list view, okay, and bring it and add it inside this one and make it full screen. So this one, this is my list view, match parent. This one should be horizontal or vertical, I don't care, whatever, they are same for me. But going back to this one, you know, it is better to use specific color from the colors that I have them here. So the preferred color is this one, white background. So going back to this page, main page, and preview it, and I would use Android background color, and I said, which is what we suppose, ups at color slash this color. I would use this color because I want to show you how it is works. So this is first step. Do you remember we already did something named background as a ship? So I could create ship also here again. So you know how to do that. Just draw a resource and name it background. Ground in this way. Background. So this one will be just to remember. If you don't remember, you have a selector, and inside the selector you have a ship, and wait a second, ship in this way. Okay, so maybe it's not selector, maybe this ship directory. You say, hey, this one is ship, and this ship you can still getting this layout as a design. Or this XML as Android, and you define it as a ship. You say Android ship, you define it as a rectangle, and you give it a specific background color. For example, I say the salt color, all the color will be Android color. You want to give it the white one that we have it, like white, complete white. You know what the white already add color, what you have it in the colors. Then you add corners for this one. You say, hey, I have to use corners, and this corners will be the radius for this corners. I would give it 5 dB. Is a dB another use it for a measuring unit. And I have padding. You know, padding, I have 4 part of padding, left button. Give it 5 dB for all them. So 5 dB, 5 dB. Yeah. Yes, 5 dB. This video is just designing video. So yes, this is my background. Now I want to have a tickets, so I have to have 2 tickets. First ticket should be for just XML resource. I name it add ticket, and the second one for a news ticket. So add ticket is really basic ticket. Just you design it to have a tweet. I just have it already designed, so I don't need to design it, which is this one. It's not just simple XML and simple things. We did this thing a lot. So this is for add. You just very simple linear layout. This linear layout, if you look to it, if you want to make it bigger to see it's larger, so you see I have linear layout. Inside my linear layout I have a vertical layout. Vertical layout have post, the person could write something here, and I have another linear layout have two things, which is this button, you click on it, or this one you click to attach, and I have this one when he done. So and you just see I added padding. We discussed this thing. Oh, I don't need to do it again. So this is I needed this ticket to enable add, and also I need another ticket for showing the tweets. So I add resource file. I name it tweets ticket. Okay. This should hold information about tweets, and also I will not design it. This is already I have it implemented, so you could access to the code that we have it in the GitHub and see how it's implemented. It's not something difficult, really basic thing. You see it, you just do it in this way. You have linear layout have, if you just minimize this one, you see maximize this one. You have a linear layout. Inside linear layout you have this linear again, vertical have three things: this name, data, and picture. If you believe the name have to go first, the picture have to go first, then the name, then the picture, then the name, then the date. Do it in this way. And this one I think takes direction for this username should goes in different way. So if you see here is the text direction. Why? Because if you go here, which one he selects this one, I think I added a text direction to the right, gravity, padding, bold. Where is the text direction? I think right. I think if I check it left, yeah, gravity. Change it to the left. You're done. Specific picture. I think just add specific picture. I see whatever. Maybe home. If you just show it for the test. If you want to get that user, you remember we already have a picture for the user, which is person. So it's better to use the person one. Just for the ticket, well, it doesn't make any sense, but this one just for making our work more professional. So I have using image, I say person, which is represent a person. So yeah, this is again the ticket for the tweets. So you have the person name, image, the data time for the post, what he posts, and the image, and you could add love or not. You see, this is the design. As I told you, you could go to GitHub and see all these things. Now I have two tickets, and I have my main activity. When I talk about tickets, I need to think about first thing I have to have a class for holding the information about the ticket. So I say class, I will name it ticket. Okay, and this ticket, what do you think it will have? Let me just name it class ticket, and this ticket should have a constructor, and this constructor get number of information. What information you believe you need to have? We need to have the tweet ID, okay, which is, I suppose here it is string, and it is not null, whatever, and you need to initialize it. I need number of properties. Let me pass them: tweet ID, tweet text, tweet image, person ID. This is all the information I needed. That other information will be generated through the code. So I need to have tweet ID, I need to have a tweet text, I need to have tweet image URL, and also I need to have a tweet person UID, because it will be inside the tweet. When someone posts, I will have this information. So this information will get just initialized here as input for this function. When someone wants to create array list, So he will see this information and make sure this information is initialized here. So a tweet, I say, hey, this dot tweet, I call a tweet, and tweeters, I say this dot tweets, whatever, I call tweets, text. This one should be this dot this one, call this one, and this one should be this dot this one, call this one. So just you create the ticket. So now I have the ticket. I could go to the main activity, and I just as a start point, as a demo, we don't have anything like dump data, dummy data. I suppose I have two elements. I have array list. I suppose I have variable list, a tweet, which is array list, array list of a tweet, of ticket, sorry, and I just add element inside this one for in this array list. So tweet dot add, I add ticket, and I have some information ID, let me suppose 0, text hi, and the image whatever URL, and the person what I think for information to pass, and the person UID. For now I would use this one for the person UID. I was to target which type of ticket I want to use. So I would say if it is add, that is mean this person is for this ticket, for include the add ticket. If this one is, for example, whatever Hussein or any name, use that, use another type of the ticket. Now I have this one. Where's the list view? Remember we have here a list view. You just give it ID, Android ID, and you could give it list view tweets, okay? And I said, hey, I have list view tweet here. In the main activity. Why? What? I think I did define what I need in that class. I have to define it in the main activity. Yes, always there is error, and make sure this one will be here, not there. So yes, this is now my class. Now I want have a list view. I have to define adapter. So we need to have adapter. I will not rewrite adapter that I already implemented before. Do you remember before when we did a Note app, we did adapter, and that adapter have all the information. So I don't think we need to rewrite that adapter again. But yeah, I just have it already. So let me just bring it from that class and we do some update in it. So going here, this is my adapter. I name it here my tweet adapter. Tweet adapter. It should inherit base adapter. Okay. Also here I have list of a tweet. So also you will learn how to this of ticket. You will learn here also how to work with this thing. So I have context, how to update the code. I get list of tweets, I pass them, I'm good here. So here I have a view I'm interested in, I will work on it. Group P, just let me make sure to update it. This part I don't need to update. I think I will do update only in this part of a view. So you remember here I get the ticket. I will not get the ticket here. I will just move it down below this one. Because I have two tickets now, and every time I need to load different type of ticket. Maybe I will load add, and maybe I load this one. So how I do that? I say, hey, wait a second. I say if my note will be my tweet now, tweet, okay? I say if my tweet dot the person, which is a tweet person, because we pass it, a tweet person should be the fourth one, I think. Yes. And we pass it here in the loop, and we pass it here tweet person, we pass it add. So if this add, load add ticket for me. So if this one dot equal to add, that's mean add ticket. Load add ticket, and do process whatever you want later on. Else I say load it with ticket. Okay, and do process whatever to want to do. To do work. So I would just remember, I just need to update here. You remember we just get here layout inflator, same thing you get it here, but here you get the, which ticket you get? You get this ticket, add ticket. So make sure you load here add ticket. And I don't have anything to do now with add ticket, just return it when I'm done. Okay? Return it. What? Oops. Yeah, sorry for this message. So I just get defining my inflator. So if the add, load this ticket. Else load another ticket, which is tweet ticket, which is this one. Tweet ticket, and also again return that view for me. So either or load this one or this one. So now you no longer need this code, so you could remove them anymore. So and you don't need this one. So either so you get the element that coming. If it is add, load this ticket. If it not add, load that ticket, and that is. So as much as element you have it, you will load either this one or that one. So if you just add 3, hold it 3 that one and 1 add. Now I want to define my adapter. I just have this adapter for now. So just create an instance from it. I say, hey, variable adapter equal instance of the adapter. I send this to it, and I said here I define my list view. So list view, I think list view tweets dot adapter equal this adapter, and I'm done. I think this array will get also the tweets as initial value, and it is better to move this one to the top so you will be able to access to it from the different places. So it should be my tweet, because maybe we need it later on in different places. So make sure just give it here as initial value for nothing and use it here, because we maybe need to update it later on. So yes, now if I just run it in my device, I would see the 2 tweets, one for add, one for not add. Why? Because only one have add, 3 doesn't have add. If you just go to the adapter, what adapter do, see, you just have this one. I have some errors, mgview. I could add any picture for now. I think I used the Twitter here, tweets. So let's use this one, tweets, for now, just for testing. And also I have this one. Yes, I think only that one. Just image I added, and then my img view. He wasn't able to read it. I just replaced it with this image, so he will be able to show me this image. So now I didn't do anything, just designing. So I will not go and repeat many work. I did it 100 times. Design. You already know how to design this layout. If you don't, just go on previous videos or see the code in the GitHub. So waiting for seconds, and let me see if we are able to see the ticket. If we are, that is good. We could go to the next step. If not, we need to fix that problem. So basically go here. Yes, so if I just open, see, this is my application. If you see first ticket, if you see it here, he just show me this type of ticket. I could write inside it, while other tickets is just the one for load. So now I think I'm good to go. So let's go to next video. Hey again, if you remember our first video on our Twitter apps, we did this simple design. We have tweets, like dummy tweets, and we have this for now post. So now what I want to allow some person to write something, select image, and click send. He will save this information in the database. So really easy process. I have text, image I have already implemented for loading into the database. I take the text, create node, and save in the database. So to do that, hey, straightforward. I just go to my code. What I have so far, I have a main activity. In the main activity, look for this part, for add ticket. In add ticket, we have different things. Let we talk about first one, which is the button when you click it, like the button for attachment. So if you see, this is attachment button. It is img view, so name it AV attach. Okay, so to access to it in the code here, okay, you say this thing. Let me remove this one. You say, okay, in my view dot AV attach, which is have the information about the AV attach, dot set on click listener, like set and to listen on a click listener, make it on a click listener, which is cool for me. So now I'm listening to on a click. I already have this thing implemented in the login. I'm loading image and other stuff, selecting image. So let me see what we have here. We have here something, name it load image. Where is it? I don't need the permission base because the permission already granted from previous page. I have this one for load image, and this one will retrieve the image as an image. Okay, so I will take these three things, and I will go back to my page, which is this main activity, and paste that code outside anything here for load image. Okay, so someone make sure from my code. So import, he will import all the needed things. Load image will not have any problem with it, but I think we will have a problem in on activity result. Why? Because in an activity result, we suppose there is image, and this image have to be added in the img view. For here, we don't have that image. So now I don't want to add it here. I want just upload it directly. I say, hey, upload image, and that is. So that means there have to be image here, a function for upload image, okay, that responsible for taking the bitmap image from here and upload it. So it will take bitmap, which is bitmap. Okay, I just changed the image to bitmap and upload it. So when someone here getting the image as a bitmap directory, if I go to my login page, in the login, you remember we did upload for the image, and there is many steps we did it for this one, getting image, file, path, all this information. Let me just copy it and remove the things that I don't need. So copy them, go back to my code, which is main activity. This is. So we have number of steps here in our image process. We see bitmap image. I don't need to get information about the user email. Because I don't need it. If I want to get my current user, I could get it from the bundle. Do you remember when we login here, we pass it, when we did a login, we passed email in the bundle. So here, when he start up, he could get the email. So you say, hey, before you do this, please define B, which is bundle, okay, or variable B, var B, which is bar B, which is bundle, and this one get from the intent, get the extra. So intent dot extra. So he will get the extra thing. We have it, and I want to add this one in the email. So let me suppose here variable my email. I have the information about my email, should be string and null. Okay, this is my email, and I could set it from this one by saying, hey, b dot get string. Okay, because I want to get string. I know the key that I have to read it from login. If you see, I have email. Okay, cool. Take email, pass it. Now this one will have my email. Going down below, instead of getting current user, the email now have the email. So just remove this line and see when it use it. You see here, take it. But if you see simply string is not implemented also here. So if I go here back, I see a function for simple string, which is better to copy it and use it in this method also. So most of our work in this class is copy paste. So here you go. Now I have this part for splitting string, my email, when it's not null, make sure it's not null. Creating path for image and all that thing. I don't think I need to do some part for the cacheable. This one I don't need both of them. Convert it to bitmap, I don't have there because it's already coming as a bitmap. So until this line, remove it because the image already will become as a bitmap. And that is done. When he complete, I will have a download URL. So it is better this download URL to be something public, like outside the function. I say, hey, variable downloadable URL will be a string, and for sure, for now, it doesn't have anything as initial value. Why? Because I need to set this variable in this method. So this variable, set it. So what we did, I will tell you in the basic. When someone click on attach, okay, which this one, we have to call load image, because you want to load the image, okay? So he click this one, he load the image. So when you click attach in the ticket, we call load image. Load image will ask user to select image. When he select the image, he will take that image and send it to upload. This image will be uploaded to the Firebase. It is images. Let me name it images post, which is this different folder. So I have to create a new folder in my Firebase, name it images post. So save the post images in it. It's different from the normal images. So images post. So he uploaded to that folder, taking image and uploaded. Finally, I have downloadable URL. So now this one will have all the information I needed. Download URL, I have it. So now I want, when someone click on the post, which is this one, he click post, I have to listen to it and send the URL and send the text to the server. So to do that, just I have it here already, the code for this one. After he select upload, I say, hey, my view dot that one image post dot set on click listener. When someone click on click listener, I say on click, which should be capital, on click listener. So easy process. Hey, I'm gonna click listener, listen for anyone who click the post. If someone click on the post, I need to upload to the server, upload the server. Okay, so I need to upload to the server. You know how we do that. First of all, we need to have an instance from the Firebase, same as we have in the login. So copy that line, go back here and copy these lines for instance from the server, which is Firebase server, database server. So in the database, I would say here in my post, I say, hey, data my reference dot child, add child. Inside it, add something named posts, okay? Have information about the user posts. This one, add the child for it, which is, I could say push, because every push have different ID. So he will add a specific unique ID. This unique ID has different information. Child for the name or user UID, the UID of the user who did the post to set value. I will add user UID inside it. You say from where I bring user UID. You remember in the login, we pass to the main activity when we call it, he will pass for us UID in the extra. So I could get the UID from here. If I just define my variable UID, it is string by initial value is null, and make sure, hey, and make sure here is initialized in the same way that we initialize b. Also b.get string. But we are not using email, we have to use UID. Why? Because here we use UID, so when I get it as a UID when I log in. So the user UID, I have it now. That's good. So what the other information I need to pass it to the post? I have now UID. What the things I need, the post text. So I say the text that this post have. I would suppose whatever he added in the add text, which is this one, which is named et post. Okay, so that's mean whatever he add here, that's mean et post, which is my view dot et post dot text dot to string. Make sure it convert to string. What is the third one? The downloadable URL for the image. So I say post image. Okay, for sure I have it to be downloadable URL here. Okay, so get it, downloadable URL. So 3 information will be passed under the save. So what I will do, I just run it on the device that I have it and click OK. And wait for some time until he will be able to show me the application in the device. So let me see what is going on. I click on image. Let me select any images from my images. I select this image. He just doesn't show me anything. Then that is good if he doesn't show me. And I say in way. Okay. Then if I hit send, he have to send it. If you see, he just send it. I just repeat that post 2 times. You see, this is the post, have UID only. Why the post? See, he just have UID. Then he have a text. Wow, 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 wow. I understand the error. Where is it? I did different push here. Like you see, in the code here, in the pushing, I did different type of push, which is not correct. Like push, he create different ID. Push, different ID. Push, different ID. Which is not good. So it is better to make 3 of them using same push, like same part of the push. Okay, so how to fix this? Okay, so how to fix this? To fix this, first of all, we have to think about these 3 things as one object: username, text, post image. So for that reason, I have to create a new class. I will name it here Kotlin. I will name it post info. Okay, that will have information about the post. This post info should be class, and this class should have 3 properties. First, if you see it here in the main activity, first property is user text. So make sure this post info have variable the user ID, which is string, initially equal null, and have 2 more properties for the text and let me see what the 2 more properties he have for the text also, and also he have for use image, I think. So second thing, we have to do constructor for this. I say, hey, I have a constructor, and this constructor will initialize this 3 variables. So I have this 3 variable as constructor. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Third thing, we just set them. So I say, hey, this dot user ID equal user ID, this dot text equal text, and this dot post image dot post image. So now this 3 information, I will pass them as a single object to the push. So push will get them in this way. So he will say he will get post info, which have this information. First one is the user URL. Second one will be the image. Third one will be the download URL. So make sure add it in multi-line, make it easy. And this one multi-line. And the third one will be this one. And I no longer need these 2 parts. So that's mean what we did. What we did is this. Let me just close it and make sure everything is cool. I don't have any problem. What we did is I say here set value. So what we did is this UI. Why he just don't accept the UID now? He say maybe nullable. Okay, and this download also may be nullable, I think. So what we did here, I say, hey, create one node for me, name it push, and add inside it object, name it post object. This post object pass 3 parameter. So when he go here to this post object, he will consider this 3 parameter. He have them, so it's better to define them as a public. Well, they already public, so you don't need define a public. So he sends 3 parameter, so he will already create node have 3 properties, and you try avoid that stupid error that you see it. So if you just go to the or code again, and let me see if we was able to fix this one or not. So I say adding post, select image, whatever any images that you would like. Suppose selecting this image, and I select hi and post. I think now I'm good, I think, because he doesn't tell me anything, and hopefully I'm good. So let me just refresh, seeing if he was able to do the image. Yes, he was able to do the image, but I understand now what's the problem, because I have to give it time until he will be able to, before clicking post. Before I click post, I have to give it time, so he will be able to upload the image. See? Now, so there was not any problem before, but now if I just select this, like select image, I have to give it specific time. I have to show them loading while he is complete loading the image to the server. Now when he done, give it some time. I say in the way, then I click post. He have to be able to post it. So now if you just go, you see this new post with image and the way and this one. I will remove this node only because it had a problem, and keep both 2 nodes. So here we done. Thank you for watching. Hey again. In this video, we will read these posts and we display them in the phone as a list. So, let me think about this post. Post is the node and have number of posts. Any one post, add post will go under this one. So I would listen on post and read these data. So let's get start step by step. First of all, I define a function and name it load posts. Okay, load posts is the normal function which has a reference or my reference. He listened on my reference dot child. He listened for a specific child. Name it posts, which is one. Who is one? We talk about this one, posts. Okay, we are listening on this one. Now when I go to the implement of this method, I say hey dot add, which is add value event listener, which should be object of value event listener. Okay, and I'm going down to implement this one. I have two methods to override. One of them is on data and the second one is on delete or cancel. I don't do anything on this one. My work will goes under this one. You know, we need to do try catch to catch the errors and to avoid if there is any error. So AX should be exceptions. Okay. So what do you think to get how to get started? To get started, let me just load the dust numbers under this one. Let me just change this name. I'm sure they will save it, will fix it soon. The name of the variable. So I say okay, I need a variable, and this variable should be td, and this td will have information from dc dot or the colon values as hash map. I just get the data as hash map with the key string and the value as any. So I suppose I am defining a hash map and with a key string with a value any. Why the key string? The key is this one and the value is any, should be considered this one because this one have a child inside it. So now let's go to the second level. I have td. I just go for loop for the keys, okay, or the key in the td dot keys. Okay, I could go loop. So first of all, I would get the object as a key value because every element here is object. So just get this as object. So I say hey var post, this is object. I get it from what? From the td for that key, and also this one I consider it as this type as string add any. You said why? Because now this one will represent this node, and this node is also a key and have number of value any. So yes, now I have them as a hash map, which is posts. I could work with these post info by add them to the list. So if you remember a previous thing, when we did load, I just removed this code. I'm no longer need them. I just need this one only. So my list, I just load the list. How to load the list? Really easy. Just say this dot load, and how I load them. First of all, the key should be same this key. What is the second one? So the second one, the text. So I have in the post, I look for text for the key, name it text. So if you get here, what's the text? Which is this one. This is the key. Okay. So bring this key for me. I do same thing for both because this one also need to be as string. Make sure. And also I do same process for both of these things. So for this one and also for this one. But the second one should consider the post image URL, which is take it, add it instead this one. And the third one should consider user UID. Okay, getting this thing, add them here. I think I'm good to go for loading image. So make sure before do this process, I have to do two things. First of all, here I do clean, so if there is anyone, and also make sure to load this one again for add. Why? Because I need it. I need to load it first, my one, then load all these things. Now I want to notify dataset. I could do two things. I could do either, if you remember here, just reload my data, my adapter again and assign it or whatever. So I think I did here mistake. So I think here my adapter should be LV should be this view tweet dot adapter. I think I removed it by mistake. Adapter equal the adapter, and whenever I want to do update in the adapter, I say hey notify dataset change. I say hey notify dataset change. So now he will already notify the list view, hey, there is update. So this one is better than reload the list again too much. So clean, add first element, load all the posts, notify dataset, and he will continue loading these posts. But now this text post info user UID will be passed where? Will be passed to the ticket, which is the ticket, which is this is my ticket. So if you see this is my ticket, just tweet ticket. I need tweet information inside it. I want to say the text. I say hey, text view for the text or the name of the text of the ticket. If I just go here, text name it text view text. So I say dot set text. I set it with whatever I have here, whatever I read here, whatever I have in my tweet, whatever I have in my tweet dot text dot tweet text. Now if I have anything more to show, I could show it. This, for example, let me suppose I copy paste it and see what I have more here in the tweet text. For now the user ID, I don't have anything inside it. So if you see the user ID here, the ID of text user ID, but now I don't have any user ID to show. I have just UID for the user. But for me, I prefer to show the UID just for helping us. So tweet ID, tweet person UID. The third thing, I need to load the image. So image here, I have it as a URL, but here I have image view. I want to display image inside it. I cannot say, hey, this is my image view directory, set the picture inside it. I cannot do that. I cannot say whatever I have it here, my view dot whatever dot set image. They don't have any way to set the image from URL until now, I think. Hey, I think they have it. Set image URL. I think this is something new. You give it the URL of the image. Hopefully this one work. If it's not work, so that is mean I need to use. Yes, I think this one is not working. They need just specific URL and too much thing. So it's better thing to use Picasso. So if I just go back here, this library named Picasso will help us to load image inside img view. I say Picasso should say it, Picasso Android. This is good library that help you to load images inside the img view. So it's a really easy line. Only this line and you'll be able to load image inside your img view. But there is some settings you need to do. You just go to download, you say hey, if you want to use it, add this one to your Gradle. So you just go to your app, you just to go to your Gradle, in the end add the line for it here, and make sure to resync your project. Go back with the line of loading image. Really easy, just say hey, this is how to load the image. Okay, I like it. So just go back to your code. Where is my code? I want to use it here. So I have this img view, I want to load it with the image. I will wait it for some second until he will download the library and integrate it with my project. When he done and he complete everything, I just go down here and say hey Picasso, I need you to load image inside this one, which is this one, this img view, and also I want you to add this image inside it, which is this URL. I think this one will work now. Hopefully that one works. That one doesn't show me any problem, but Picasso is good for you to understand how to use it. So Picasso, make sure O, replace it, say enter, so he will add the library for you. Really easy library. Just say Picasso with the context, load, you give it the URL, then give it into which object you want to add it, and you're done. I want to add this img view. So what I will do, I just run it to see how the images will appear in my project. So waiting a second. I just debug in my phone just to avoid any and also The good thing in Picasso, he will do cache in the images, so next time you need the image, he will load it from the phone. So I like it too much. See it how much easy to add it. I don't know why Android until now they don't add these features, but they have to do it soon. So you didn't see anything. The reason because if you go down, our method is not called. You never call this method for loading images. So to do that, make sure this image will be called from main activity. Run your project again, and hopefully now everything sounds cool, so you will be able to load the images and show it to us. So seconds, and let me look Firebase and see how everything is going. Yes, hopefully some good news for now. Yes, yeah, he's loading. Yes, that's good. So if I just add a new post, I say from images I want to add this image. I like it too much. I say here in the way, and I click post. You have to add it. So I don't know if I just posted or not. No, I did not post. I think I have to select the image again. I didn't post. I think because the image is too small, so it was hard for me. Hi, in the way. Okay. Send. Now just remove this one. He just add a new image in the down. He will in the second he will load it. So yes, this is amazing thing that they do. See how he did. Yeah, amazing. So one thing, last thing missing, if you see, we are displaying the user UID. I just replace it with the image and replace this one with the image, and I'm done. So let me go to next. Hey, again, what we did until now, it is amazing. Like someone could really easy post images and people see what he did post. So now I want to fix last part, which is showing user UID and showing image. So if you see, every UID here will represent a specific user here. So if I just go to that user, I could get the information for that user. So yes, it is good. It's good solution. So what I mean by that, I mean if I just go to the code, you see I have this listening code. So let me just copy it because I will reuse it. Okay, in the post. If you see here down up, I had a URL for that image, or I have the UID for that person. Let me just copy that code for reference here. Maybe it is showing too much, but I will remove what I don't need. So this part I don't need it. What node I'm listening on? I'm listening on node for now. Node name it users. Okay, that's good. And inside node users, I'm listening for the child. The child will be that I listening on will be having in the tweet will be user UID. So whatever user UID I have or person UID, I'm listening to it. That is good until now. So now this one will have information about that child or that child data. So now instead of doing hash map, I say it as a string because the value here is string. I will have two things. I have the information. If you just go here, any user, what's have any user? Any user have the profile, image, and he have the email. You could do it as I told you. You could do it either ways. You could do it the direct way, or you could do it using hash map. But this one will give you, first one is key and the second one is key. Whatever, anyway you see it, you are good with it. Just will go with it. So you say user info. Okay. So now I'm checking. I say, hey, if the key from here, I say if the key dot equal this key, which is, for example, what the key I have it like profile image. That's mean I need to load the image. So if the profile image, that's mean load image from the URL. Else, that is mean username. That's mean the value is the username. So for the username, I will set in the tweet text. You see here. Wait a second. I said here username. I have it, which is represented by text username. I will just say, hey, instead setting the username here directory, okay, take it and replace it here with the value that you have it in this one. So whatever the value that you represent the username, because here I'm accessing for username. If it is image, that's mean no. I want to look for something about user profile, but user profile will be loaded in the image, so I want to use the Picasso library to load that one. So Picasso, hey Picasso, I want you to load the user info, which contain the URL in this case of the image. Load it and add it inside which one? If you just go to the tweet ticket, I say add it inside this image view, which his name is image path. So going back here, I say, hey, load it to me please to this one. Okay, now he have to be able to do the process for me really easy. For any child, he listen for the username, password, get it done, but this one I don't need to notify database here, because I'm not using notify database for every user, single user. So yes, now I think I'm good to go. So let me just run and make sure if we are able to see the username and password, username and picture. Hopefully we will. And the good thing, as I told you here, when he load the image for first time, he don't need to reload it again for the second time, which is really amazing. Yes, see how he show you the name, picture and email, and he say hi. If I just add again one more post, I say, hey, let me select image from my images. I select for my this nice new watch that I bought. So then I say I send. Hopefully he now send the image correctly. Looking here, yes, he load the image. So now if I just make sure from my application, I would see my application did load it. Yes, he did. So seconds. So if I just see the watch, here you go, this is my watch, which is amazing. One thing you have to fix it in this game, you just to try to this, and don't allow people to add image while the image is processing. Just show them loading image and you'll fix the problem of this bug. So this is your homework, and thank you for watching. See you next. The app that we said now, it sounds good, but I think I'm missing two things. First thing I'm missing is when someone click on the picture and try to load it, I don't see it. He is loading, which is sometimes make me loading, like click post without image. So now it's better to when he click load, I show him loading image. Also application image, it doesn't sound as application image, so this I have to fix it. So first of all, the application image, this is the easiest part. I have to go here and I change the icon of the application. If you see, I have already icons for the application I could replace it with. So I could replace the icon with the drawable / tweets. So this is my new application icon. Okay, then the second thing I have to do it, I have to do a new ticket to be loading for loading case. So I say, hey, create a new resource file, and this resource, name it loading ticket. Okay, and here is it. Doesn't have anything. I want to add only this one. I just adding a progress bar inside it, and that is just loading ticket. So to make it like nicer and show just something loading, it's better to here adding Android background color, add color, I think white, I think add color, not white, should be this color. I have to take the gray one, which is should be this one, white background should be. So I have to go here to loading. I say, hey, this one will use white background, which is this one. Also going here to this one, I don't want it to be a full layout, so make sure the height will be wrap content in this way, so it's not too much big. That's good. So this one I need it to be loaded only in loading time. So that is mean I need to go first of all to the loading or to the adapter to update it. So where is my adapter? Oops, I'm in loop main page. Going to this page, remove this part. So if I just look for adapter, I see yes, there's this one for add and that one for else. I say add another one. So I say, hey, if the process loading, for example, if someone select loading, that means I'm loading another ticket, which is loading ticket. See how he was loading the ticket? It's just doing my view.layout, the ticket name. Okay, say, hey, my view.layout, I'm doing loading ticket, and I have to return my view. That is, sorry, return return my view. Hopefully now it's good. So now just really easy and simple. So that one will get called with this one have this, so it's someone everything is good, just this one have to be else if, then else that one. So this one will get loaded and when someone asking for loading. So what's basic how we do when he click on image, which is I think here where is loading image, there is a button for loading image, which is this one. So this one, when load image gets started, so I don't do anything, I don't do loading, because I will do loading when he select image, so when this part. So when he start upload, I will add this one. Where I added in the insert number 0 in the first location in array list. Then I say, hey adapter, do for me the adapter dot I do the dataset change, notify dataset change. So because I'm adding loading to my adapter, so before I do any upload, I call this one, and when he done from upload everything, I have to remove it. So I have to go here and remove the in first location. I say, hey dot remove element in the index, remove at index 0, the first location, then dataset change. So before he do upload, call this one. When he done, call this one. Okay, so now everything cool. Do you know what? Final thing I have to do, this one have to be loading. Okay, because when I read it, I have to make sure it is loading. So make sure you change it to loading. For that reason I have it loading here. When I read it, should be loaded. So to see what I did, just run it. So now here's the main page. He click on picture, he want to upload, he select this picture. You would see how he do the loading now. See how he do loading. So you would see he is doing loading in the phone. You wait him until he upload the image, so he will not get any problem again. So he will take some time here in the phone. So he now uploaded, he done. So you could work now. You could say welcome to NYC. Okay, then he click submit. So yes, so this here is it. So this is great and amazing. One thing we have missing, which is this part, adding the post time. This is your homework to add it. So if you don't know how to add it, it's really easy. So when you push the post, now we are pushing username, text, and the URL. Push the data, but make sure you push the server date. Then when you read it, read the server date, and you're done. So here we're done. Thank you for watching. Hey and welcome. One of the best way to make money from free application in the store is adding ads inside our application. Ads, there's many company allow us to add their ads in our application to make money. One of them is Google. Google have something named AdMove. You see it here. So AdMove allow us to add ads in our application and get money from that ads. So now let we start step by step about the process of adding ads in our application from Google. To do that, first of all, you have to go to website named AdSense. Okay, you say www.google/AdSense, www.google.com/AdSense. Here you have to register with AdSense. You add your bank account and you add all the information about you, and like this is for payment. So you add your bank account, you add your address, and all this stuff here. When you're done from this part, you have to go to some website named AdMove and log in to this website. Then you connect this AdMove with this AdSense, he will already connect them. So just say sign on create, he will already connect them. I already have them connected. So now I did connect for both of them. As I told you, you do a specific process. You ask, do you want to connect? You say yes, then you connect, then you everything. When you're done, just create a new application. And let's say here, add new application and name it. I will name it Twitter demo. Then I say platform Android, and I go add banner. So there here what I want to show on the banner, I want to show text, image also. I want to refresh it every 30 seconds to get more money from showing new ads. Customize, I change. I don't like the background black. I always like the white one. And this color title, I change it to black. So I like seeing in this way. The ads name, I give it ads, Twitter banner. One thing you have to know, this is only one tab, not only one tab of the ads you could show. You could show many. You could show this type, full screen, reward, native, whatever. I'll just create this one. You say, do you want to link it with Firebase? It is better to link it with Firebase, but for now, I'm not interested in. Most part I'm interested in is the ad unit ID. So now how to show this ads in my application. So if you go to the website here in the Firebase, you say, and you click here on the documentation, you say Firebase developer documentation. You just go to the Android, get started. Where is it? Get started, and make sure, hopefully this one I want to show it full screen. AdMob, go. If you see AdMob introduction, he talk about AdMob and how to create that web, the Android part, how to do the setup, install SDK, whatever this thing. He say first off, if to use ads, you have to add this line in your code. You could add it, or you could go to your application. You could go to Tools, Firebase. You have to see something named ads. You could just by clicking on AdMob here. I just want to see the full screen here. So I see something named AdMob here. I could click AdMob to the ads. He also show you the steps of adding AdMob. Say, hey, add AdMob to your app. Accept. He will add it to the Gradle. So this is the important part. He add this line for the Firebase ads. Now this is the process of adding the AdMob. You say how to add ad view and all these things, and how to activate it. This is the way, and also you could do the way from online. I prefer following online for this one because there is many type of ads I could show you. So I just will show you the online part. So to show ads, if you just go here, we already create the ID. If you say here, he say add this one. We already added by installation. He say this is the type, or this is the way of adding ads. You say monetize ads, whatever. This is for banner side, import banner one. So if you just click on the banner, he'll show you how to do the banner part. You see in the banner you have to add this, like this one, this code, add inside activity. And because I want to show it in a specific ticket, totally different, that's mean I need to create a new ticket. So let me go to the resource layout, and here I name it a new ticket, and this ticket I will name it ads ticket. So I name it ads ticket. Okay, ticket. Okay, and this is my ads ticket. Make sure this one will show up here, and I add that code here. That code, you know what I mean by that code. I mean this is for the banner one. This is, see how the banner appear. It is better to do something like background, say Android background for my color. I say color white background. So do it in this way, adding some margin, Android margin, or padding the content of this layout. I say padding like 10 pt. Just make it in this way, so always show it in the center. For example, I say Android a graffiti layout, I the center, show it in the center. So I like it, seeing it in this way. Adding padding around it will be better. This is type of ads. So now I want to show this ticket. So you know how to do that. If I just go back to show any ticket, I have to go to the main activity and the code for the showing tickets. So going here down below to the show ticket, what is the part for the, see here is it for loading. You say, hey, if this one is add, if this one is loading, let me just add another else. I saying here, if this one is ads, please load for me ads ticket, okay, and show it for me. But what we have to add more in this ads ticket, if you go back here, he say just adding this line of code for your ads, access to the ad size, and set the ads ID, I think, and you all done. What this one mean? Ad size, load ads. You say, hey, to load ads, yeah, this is 3 steps. You don't know. You say add a view, you find your view, then you request, then you add load add. Same thing here. He just set up this one. I don't need to set up this thing. He set the ID. You know I have already the ID here. This is my ads unit ID. Don't go to the application ID. Ads unit ID. And if you go here to your ticket, to the ads ticket, where is the ads ticket? This is ads ticket. If you see, I have specific ID he added here. I just remove it and replace it with my ID. So this is my ID. From where I bring it, I bring this ID from this website. So this is my ID. So now I just skip it. It's better to connect it, but I just skip it and just I added this is Twitter demo. So yes, I just go back. I added the ads unit. Now let me go back and implement the code for this ads. So to implement the code is not too much. If you see here, he do it by code. I do it by just replace it by hand. And if you see here, you say, hey, to use this, you have to import this library, and you have to add this 3 line of code. I just copy this code, go back. Here is Java. It's not Java. Just I try to paste the code. You say, hey, this code it seems as you want to copy Java code. Do you want to convert the Java code to Kotlin? I say yes. So now he will convert this code from Java to Kotlin. You see here, first of all, he defined find the view R. He just looking for ads view. So now wait a second. I have ads view, and this ads view have this name inside my ads. So it's really easy to get it. Instead this way, I say my view dot ads view dot ads. I don't know how to look through it. So do you see how the previous one? Yeah, you have to do it directly. So I said ads view. Wow. He was able to get this one, ads view. So you have to be able, if you see here is it, how he was find the view by ID. You could do it in this way, my view dot find the view by ID. So he will look for find the view, and this one make it variable if you want. So he's just looking for that object in the screen for the ads view and give it to you. Then he show it to you in the screen. So 3 steps. First of all, he tried to access to ads view. You could do it in this way, or you could do it my view dot ads view. You have to be able to access to it, but I don't know why here he cannot do it with the UI. So it's better give it in this way. Say my view, because this is my view dot find the view by ID. Look in the screen for ID r dot id dot ads view. He will look in the screen for something named ads view, which is this one. He will bring it for us and convert it to add view. This is old method. Now say, hey, add request equal add request. If I say T, I control enter, he just import that library. I say, hey, I need to do add request. Then I say, hey, my add view dot load me with that request, and you're done. If you see what the problem here, you say add permission. Yes, here looking for the permission for access to the internet, but I think I already have internet permission in my application in the manifest. Looking back, I already have the internet permission because no. Why here I didn't have the internet permission? I have to have something for internet. I have to say use permission internet because I need to access to the internet. Why Firebase did not add it? So how he was able to access to online? Interesting. You have to ask me to add it. So yes, 3 steps: define ads, request it, show it. Now if you just run it, you have to be before you run it, I need to show my ads. You see here I have ads, something name it ads. So let you see where is the process of loading images. So here you load. Where is the post for adding? Here you just load post. Where is the load? Where is the place for adding or loading things. So this is for add. Let me just look for something named add, so I will be able to find where are the place he will add the tweet. So here he add the loading one, here he add the add one. So just see here he's loading the data, he add the add one. I could after it add the ads one, so he will understand this one represent ads. So when he go to loading, he show me the ads here. So now, yes, it sounded everything good. I just want to run my application. Like, here we go. After a while, he showed me this ads. That's great and amazing. I was able to see the ads. Do you know that there is many type of ads you could use? Like this one, we discussed about banner. You could use intensive, you could use native, any one of these. All these are same. So like you could do same process. Just follow the guideline and you do what you want. So here we done. Thank you for watching and see you next. Hey again. Think about your application go to the store, and there is thousands of people who are using your application, and you want to send specific message to all these users in seconds. So how you do that? The easiest way, using something named notification in Firebase. So by notification, just click here, and you could send your message whatever you want to write here, and just click send. He will send this message to all the users who are using your app. But first of all, to get this feature, we need to configure our application to be able to read these messages. So to do that, go to documentation, then get started for Android, and here you will see the guidelines, something named cloud messaging. So in cloud messaging, something is, if you start with the introduction, he was talking about this one and how we do it and all the other things that you needed. I'm really interested in Android part, so I would go to the send message to the topic. So now whenever I want to read messages, first of all, I just need to configure my application to be able to use cloud messaging. So to configure that, I just go to the Firebase. From the Firebase, look for notification, receive notification, and my application already connected with the Firebase. He don't have to ask me to connect with Firebase. I already connected with the Firebase. I just say add topics, so he already connected with the Firebase. See, because it was just simple mistakes. So now next step, you say, hey, go to the console and start connected. And now my application is connected to the Firebase. So now just get started out of my application step by step to start using a cloud messaging. So let me just remove this one after I add this one, and I just go back to my code. So just change this one, change this UI. What he said first of all, to start listening to cloud messaging, you need to subscribe to a specific channel, which is you have to give it a channel. Later, I give it here something named news, or he give it a news, and I add this line in the main file. If you see messaging, if I just say G into input, so he enter it. What this code mean? Hey, there is a specific channel, so I want to subscribe to it. Any news coming to that channel, I want to listen to that channel, which is a news. You will see it later on. So now going next, he's talking about more about services. He say, hey, please add the service inside your main face file. Okay, just go back to the main face and this part, and in the application tag, you have something named activities. I want to add one more for my service, which is this service. This file is not implemented yet, so make sure just go here and create this file. And make sure this file will be Kotlin file and my service, and I will add the class for 10 seconds. So yes, now what's the next? Just going here, you say, hey, you need these two filters also to add them in your main face. If you was able to identify exactly where they located, just click here. He show you exactly where they have to be located. See, he say in the application, these both have to be located in the application tag. Okay, just take only these and go back to your code, and in main face again in the application tag, still same place, I just added. This is still error because he still was able to identify it. This is the image. If you want to use another image, let's suppose I add tweets. As I told you, it's depend on the image. I don't have his image, but I have different images here. I used my images. You could use any of these images. I used this one. If you see you need to use more, you use anything else, add your image here and start using it. I see back home, whatever, anything. Let me suppose this one. let me suppose using this one, that's for the home one. That's me something coming from the home. If you want to add specific icon, please go ahead and add it. Now let's go next, which is important part. Just go back and see, here is the implementation of the code. You said, you see in the previous thing we just did a file, name it, this one, KT. Now you wait, this KT need to be able to read this file, this code. So just go back. It's too much code, just click on it and you will see all these files. So it's better to copy it from here after the line of the package. I don't need to use the package, I have it already. Just copy all this code and go down to the end, Control C, go back to your application and replace it with this one. He say this code sound like Java file. Do you want to convert to Kotlin? I say yes, sure, convert it. Now he will convert all the code from Java to Kotlin. So and let me just track it. He say here something related to the Firebase. He say I don't able to identify this Firebase constraint. Wait a second, did he add Firebase here for messaging? Yes, he added. But what he's complaining about? Why he wasn't able to identify that lines? Let me just remove it and let me see if we're able to identify them from the code. So now whatever any message coming here, this one will be listening to the any messaging coming. So whatever message coming, he will call this method, he will call on receive message. He will receive the message from the server. So any message you send it from your server side, he will get it directly to this method. So this method will get a message. So this is the message you get from where this message coming, and also he just start reading this message and just schedule a job for that, notification, all this. I don't care about these. I just care about one thing now, which is I want to see the message directly. So you see this notification show me the message. He give it specific icon. Let me just replace the icon. I said this is the Twitter because I just want to see the message here. So coming FSM, and this is the message, the body. Send message, no one call it, but if you go here back, you see the information of the message body. So this is the message body. Okay, and I could call this message from here, which is this the message. So this is message body, that whatever I have it. So I don't think I need to get the schedule part. I'm not interested in this part. So just remove it and also remove this part here. This is not good. This code I'm not interested in. So I'm interested in this one also handle whatever code. See, don't use it. Remove it. So it sounds like this is all the code that I need. This is really basic code. So when I get or receive, I receive the message. Then this is message being here in this way in the body. Take this message, send it, so send notification, and send notification will show the notification to the user, and this is the message body. And that is all what I want to do. So just to run it, run the application, wait a second, and let me see what's going on. And also same time, just go back to the server side, back again, and again, until you see the Firebase console, or you could click this one. Why I do complex steps? Just click that one. It will take you to Firebase console. Now from the Firebase console, I go to the Udemy game, and I send notification. Waiting for some seconds until he will be able to upload he will be able to completely run my application. So when he complete running it, let me wait until he just say I completed. When he complete now. I want to send a message, so I just take this one this way, and I say, hey, I want to send a message. I say, hey, send message, and from here I define my message, like say, welcome to Twitter demo, whatever, however you want to spell it, Twitter demo. This is the message text. You could label it like as in use, send it now if you want to send it to which application. The application name, it is com.hussein.twitter, because in the project may have more than an application. You select the target for your application, and advanced setting if you want to do any advanced setting, any conversion, whatever. Just now click send it. You have to send this message to all the people who use this application. See, in seconds I just get that message. If you just open the notification here I see here you have notification from this error FCM message. Welcome to Twitter demo. Now all the users who are using my app will be able to get this message. You know, FCM message is the title for my message. So yeah, here we done. Thank you for watching.